Galiano is a fantastic community.
I think that the Gulf Islands, Galiano in particularly, is one of the most blessed parts of the world.
I can literally sit outside, make pizzas, and watch the whales go by.
People that come here, community-minded people, just they want to stay here.
It's the enthusiasm of the people for something that comes right out of the ground, and to have them know the difference in the flavor of something that has just been alive before you pulled it out of the ground, as opposed to something that's been in transit for even 2 or 3 days. It's quite an incredible difference, and it's lovely to share that with people.
I am in love with kale and chard, and kale, chard, arugula, and basil. It's one of my faves.
Yes, I like food.
When we bought the property in 1978, there was an upturned cedar. The soil under it was black, and we got really excited because where we had our garden in Saanich, it was sort of like on a gravel pit, and the soil was about 8 inches deep. Well, this was a depth of soil, and it looked really possible. So that's how we ended up on Galiano. We'd never been to Galiano before.
I did work on a farm when I was a kid, so when I graduated high school, I figured, let's do some cooking.
We wanted to create something that was very local, something that was very environmentally responsible. We wanted to use local ingredients and a local flavor to everything from our spa to our restaurant. Sometimes we've even had to get creative when a local producer is not able to provide us with the greens. We've actually taken a speedboat and gone across to Main Island.
Doug was inundated with produce and stuck a wagon out by the road and with a sign on it, and the owner of the boulangerie came by and haggled with Doug for some food, and then she's become a customer ever since.
We have tried to find the terroir, if you would, for this area, as they say, with respect to wine and food. We use Cowichan Valley cheeses and Salt Spring as well. Salt Spring mussels in our food. We've used local spot prawns as well in our restaurant.
We do actually have like an herb garden in the back where we have most of our herbs and like stuff that we put on top of our pizzas. And just even growing out in front of our restaurant is rosemary, and yeah, it kind of just is inspiring even walking in here and looking around.
I find it an interesting process getting older and not being able to do what I used to be able to do. How do we keep up with it? Because I don't want to see it all go back to nature if it can nurture somebody in another way.
Living in a small island is like living in a small town, so you get to know everybody.
We have, besides about an acre garden here, we have two patches of garden down in the valley, and there are presently 7 people sharing farming that, vegetable farming that area with us.
Well, if it weren't for people in the community like Michelle, who works with us and for us once a week, we'd never be able to survive. So we really need young, eager people like Michelle who I think enjoy the gardening. The rewarding part is just sharing what I've learned with other people and sharing the produce with other people.
The most rewarding for me is being recognized as a grower of organic food. People like to come and see what we're doing. They ask us for advice, that sort of thing.
I came here 7 years ago for 3 months, and I'm here. I'm going to be here for the rest of my life, and I just love it.